Welcome to the BioTech Whisperer channel. Our topic today is on the medical disease cancer and its impacts. If you are new here, we are a group of retired professors sharing our knowledge in bite-sized videos. Do subscribe and follow our channel for more updates. Let's dive into the topic for today. You may have heard of the term cancer. In this video, we will touch on 4 areas. What is cancer? How it starts? What are tumors? And how it spreads. When it comes to cancer, sometimes the simplest questions go unasked. We often ask the what, the how and the why questions most commonly. The most important question that people often think about is the what question. Let us start with what is cancer first. The term cancer refers to a group of diseases. Although there are over 100 different types of cancer, all cancers are characterized by abnormal cell growth. If left untreated, this disease can lead to death. Cancer is the second leading cause of death globally, accounting for an estimated 9.6 million deaths, or 1 in 6 deaths, in 2018. The cancer burden continues to grow globally, exerting tremendous physical, emotional, and financial strain on individuals, families, communities, and health systems. Many health systems in low- and middle-income countries are least prepared to manage this burden, and large numbers of cancer patients globally do not have access to timely quality diagnosis and treatment. Your body is made up of trillions of living cells. Within each cell are genes that control and direct the cell's functions. Normal cells continuously grow and divide. Over time, they die and are replaced by new ones. In most people, this natural cell replacement occurs in an orderly and organized manner. However, this process sometimes breaks down. Unlike normal healthy cells, cancer cells do not die. Instead, they continue to grow and divide in an uncontrollable manner. These defective cells may form a mass of tissue called a tumor. Technically, you cannot catch cancer from someone who has it. Spending time with a loved one who has cancer will not cause you to get it too. Rarely will a person who has had an organ or tissue transplantation develop cancer from a donor who had cancer previously. Although cancer itself does not spread from person to person, certain viruses can increase your risk of getting cancer. Hepatitis B or C spreads through sexual intercourse or infected needles and increases your risk of getting liver cancer. Cancer cells can spread when they migrate to other parts of the body through the blood and lymph systems, forming new tumors. This process is called metastasis. Even when cancer spreads, it is always named based on where it first occurred. For instance, cancer that begins in the breast is called breast cancer. If it spreads to other parts of the body, like the liver or bone, it is called metastatic breast cancer. With so many different cancers, it is important for you to know which type of cancer you have so that you can receive the right treatment. Metastatic cancer is a cancer that has spread from the part of the body where it started, the primary site, to other parts of the body. When cancer cells break away from a tumor, they can travel to other parts of the body through the bloodstream or the lymph system. Lymph vessels are much like blood vessels, except they carry a clear fluid and immune system cells. Cancer cells must go through several steps to spread to new parts of the body. First, these cancerous cells must find ways to break away from the original tumor and enter the bloodstream or lymph system. Next, they need to attach to the wall of a blood or lymph vessel and move into a new body part. Following which, they need to find ways to grow and thrive in their new location. Finally, they must be able to avoid attacks from the body's immune system. Where a cancer starts is linked to where it will spread. Most cancer cells that break free from the primary tumor are carried in the blood or lymph system until they get trapped in the next downstream organ or set of lymph nodes. This explains why breast cancer often spreads to underarm lymph nodes, but rarely to lymph nodes in the belly. Likewise, there are many cancers that commonly spread to the lungs. This is because the heart pumps blood from the rest of the body through the lungs' blood vessels before sending it elsewhere. When cancer spreads to a new area, it's still named after the part of the body where it started. For instance, breast cancer that has spread to the lungs is called metastatic breast cancer to the lungs. It's not lung cancer. Treatment is also based on where the cancer started. For instance, colon cancer that has spread to the liver is treated as metastatic colon cancer, not as liver cancer. Finally, as we conclude the current perspectives of cancer research, we see 4 common objectives, which are to discover, detect, prevent, and treat cancer, so that progress in understanding the fundamental biology of cancer leads to new prevention measures, tests and treatments. The support of cancer research projects globally across a wide spectrum of subjects has common objectives of improving the quality of life, quality of care and quality of treatment for cancer patients. Some of the recent work in the past 5 years includes advancing immunotherapy to treat, control, and cure all cancers. Early diagnosis of cancer focuses on detecting symptomatic patients as early as possible so they have the best chance for successful treatment. Early diagnosis improves cancer outcomes by providing care at the earliest possible stage and is therefore an important public health strategy in all settings. Policy makers look towards developing and implementing cancer early diagnosis and screening programs, according to assessed feasibility and cost-effectiveness of screening, and with adequate capacity to avoid delays in diagnosis and treatment. Compared to early diagnosis, cancer screening is a distinct and more complex public health strategy that mandates additional resources, infrastructure, and coordination. Screening is a different strategy than early diagnosis, where it is defined as the presumptive identification of unrecognized disease in an apparently healthy, asymptomatic population by means of tests, examinations, or other procedures that can be applied rapidly and easily to the target population. A screening program must include all the core components in the screening process, from inviting the target population to accessing effective treatment for individuals diagnosed with disease. Due to the resource intensiveness, it is critical that screening programs are to be undertaken when their effectiveness has been demonstrated, when resources are sufficient to cover the target group, when facilities exist to confirm diagnoses and ensure treatment, and when the prevalence of the disease is high enough to justify screening. Finally, it is also equally important to underscore the importance of cancer prevention and screening, as well as the psychosocial aspects of cancer on the patients and their caregivers. With the evolving healthcare landscape, some key strategies in understanding the barriers and motivations of cancer screening compliance and building public awareness and perception on cancer genetic testing is vital. For instance, lung cancer screening for high-risk population of smokers or cervical cancer screening are such public efforts to help in early detection and treatment, which often translate into a higher recovery and survival rate. It is also possible to improve the efficacy and to build a community-based rehabilitation program to free up critical healthcare resource crunch given the current COVID pandemic. Palliative support to strengthen the integration and impact of narrative practices and/or social connectedness on increasing resilience for people facing terminal illness will include the support of national healthcare strategic plans and with health promotion agencies and awareness campaigns to improve the health and disease literacy amongst the public, cancer patients, and survivors. The route ahead is filled with positivity.
We hope you have enjoyed our sharing and see you in the next video. We would thank you for helping to share your love for this science channel by clicking the like button and subscribe for future updates.